Goat Boat.
If you're looking for a new way to ride around, then the Level 40 reward is calling your name, because this season, it's a turbo-powered pocket bike.
If you prefer to travel on foot, you'll want to earn the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Raptors with a singular focus as they got off the team bus, looking to lock down a valuable win on the road. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, thank you very much. Now, the NBA has accepted that this is an era of player movement. Commissioner Adam Silver says the data shows that superstars moving isn't necessarily a bad thing because it allows situations to change.
It always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Here are the five for the Raptors. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Poeltl in at the 5. And for the Pistons, Duren out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Ivy. Then there's Hayes. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. This last chunk of the season could be it for some of the aging stars in the league, which, Brent, is kind of tough to watch. Going back to personal experiences, when did you know that it was time to retire?
Well, Kevin, you just know. It's really hard to describe, but my last year in Houston, the season finished up, and I just thought about what it is that I could do to still contribute to the team, and it really didn't live up to some of the standards that I had for myself. And so with a lot of deliberation, I felt like now was the time, and it's always a very difficult decision.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
For Detroit, they've gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals. Bogdanovich passes to Duren. That ball, nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
The Raptors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
And Killian Hayes, born in America, yet didn't play high school basketball. That's unheard of.
Well, Killian's dad played a bunch of years in Europe, and he really loved his time in France, so he believed the best way for Killian to develop his game was to play pro ball in France. Killian Hayes is a PG, and he's got vision, so you get open, he'll find you.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season. And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
And the dunk by Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart rocking the rim.
Toronto's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Controlled from outside. Van Vliet kicks to Trent. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Detroit the other way. And Greg Poeltl has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Hayes the pass to Duren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal
that
foul.
one on Jakob Poeltl.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Siakam after the basket by Detroit. Van Vliet can't get it to go. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And now the first time out called here for Detroit.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Hayes. And Pirtle pulls it down. Barnes passes to Wieskamp. Fires from deep. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Pirtle. Barnes has got 5 points so far.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Now here's Hayes. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and it seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
So here's Burks. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. Detroit, no good that time either.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Pistons trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Livers. And that time, also a missed shot.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Pirtle.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And that one drops.
And Hayes has that burst. That's something you got to be aware of. That's going to help him get some shot attempts off.
Flynn the pass to Siakam. Here's Wieskamp. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Hayes. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And after just 1 quarter to play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 12. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Your Pistons dance team.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Raptors leading by 12. They've got James Wiseman. He's out there with Ivy. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Livers in a power forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. He gets it in there.
Jacob Pirtle.
Pirtle's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Raptors.
When Pirtle gets the rock deep inside, the D is toast. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
Yeah, and even up big, still playing the right way, keeping that aggressive nature and attacking the rim.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Passes to Ivy. 18 feet out. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Corey Joseph's checked in for the Pistons. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Toronto.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Joseph, the pass to Ivy. Now Bogdanovich. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Brent, do you think shooting has improved over the years, or are there just more good shooters on the floor?
Well, Kevin, if you had a bubble, I'd be bursting it right now, because if you look back over the last 10 years, maybe go 20 years, shooting has not changed. Percentages have not changed, both from two-point land, three-point land, free throw line. It's not that there are more good shooters in the league. There's just more surprises as to who it is you see taking the shots.
Siakam, good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Wiseman dishes to Bogdanovich. Takes it from 10. Chalk up 2 there.
And Wiseman, that long frame and that left hand, able to whip that pass to his teammate.
Barnes with it. Now guarded by Noel. Pass to Wieskamp. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Wieskamp's got 6 in the quarter.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, it felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
The Pistons making a change here. Duran's checked in. A new group in now for the Raptors. The dish to Noel. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Joseph against VanVleet. 5 to shoot. Here's Ivy. Kept alive. Here's Noel. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Blows the alley-oop jam. And there's the pass to Ivy. The shot that time, not on target. And Toronto will come the other way. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. And he comes up with the deuce.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Ivy. Rebound by the Raptors.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
A different look here for Detroit. Stewart's checked in for Noel. Diallo comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Burks in for Ivy. Pass to Diallo. Back to Burks. Fires from the line. Stewart passes to Duren. Van Vliet against Diallo. Shoots from the corner. He squares up and sinks it. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far.
This offense just continues to impress.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game missing all those chippies.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Burks finds Diallo. Back to Burks, looking to end the run. Rebound by the Raptors. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Van Vliet on the wing. There's the line to the hoop.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Raptors opening up a huge gap. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Joined by Raptors head coach Nick Nurse. Strong start for Pascal Siakam. What did you like most about his play?
Well, I think it was aggressive. He played with some pace, got some stuff early. And I think he was patient when he took it to the basket as well.
And everybody fed off of him, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first half was all about Pascal Siakam. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Underneath in the post, it's Siakam and Achua. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. Here's Bogdanovich. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I tell you, Bogdanovich is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Toronto's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Here's Van Vliet, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And there's the strength and determination Van Vliet's known for. He battles nonstop.
And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Here's Ivy. Kicks it to Hayes. Shoots over Van Vliet. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got 5 points so far.
Looking really comfortable. Hayes on the inside knew he had enough room.
For three, Van Vliet. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 7 rebounds in the game.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And that one's good. Barnes.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
Both shots good from the stripe. So it's the Pistons now. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Ivy, and there's another one for the Pistons.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Bogdanovich looking around. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 10.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovich. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now, here's Achua. This one for 3. That's good from Van Vliet on the assist by Barnes. Van Vliet's got 11.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Hayes. Here's Stewart. That shot, no good. Good D by Siakam. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. And he gets the bucket. Siakam's got 4 points this quarter.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And they're running. The dunk by Achua.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Back to Bogdanovich. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Achua.
Team second.
Here's Hayes. He has 7.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Van Vliet. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
The shot's good from Hayes. 9 points in the game so far.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Barnes passes to Poeltl. Back to Barnes. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And Poeltl is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
Passes it to Ivy. Wiseman with the ball. Poeltl's there. Wiseman kicks to Ivy. Toronto grabs the miss. Poeltl's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. It's Trent on the wing. Off target from outside. The Pistons have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Hayes the pass to Bogdanovich. Jacks up a three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Trent gets the bucket.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Diallo, he's checked in for Ivy. And Alec Burks subbed in for Hayes. Here's Boucher. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Boucher's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Corey Joseph. He's out there with Alec Burks. Bogdanovich out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's Livers in at the fourth. That's the group for Detroit right now. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for Toronto.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Wieskamp, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Bounce pass from Burks, and Noel kicks to Joseph. Here's Magruder, and no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played.
Well, Magruder had his eyes set on the rim that time. He was able to knock it down.
Here's Van Vliet, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. A nice shot by Wieskamp. Wieskamp's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
And Joseph kicks to Magruder. No good on the triple. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Van Vliet gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Burks the pass to Joseph. Drives to the hoop. And Pirtle pulls it down. The Raptors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And he's good on the 3 ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Captain's checked in for Alec Burks. So it's Detroit now. Hampton passes, delivers. Just 4 to shoot. Sweet little floater.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run, and it's good. 2 points.
And wiry strong. Siakam just snakes inside and makes a nice play off the contact.
Hampton kicks to Magruder. Pass to Joseph. Here's Livers. Covered by Siakam. They grab their own miss. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Precious Achiuwa. First personal foul. Team second.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Magruder missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. And Toronto also making a switch. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Achiuwa. Detroit's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
2 minutes.
And Joseph kicks to Magruder. Back to Joseph. Manu Ginobili, recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and you won a couple rings with that guy. Give us some memories you can share about the great Ginobili.
Oh, man. Manu is absolutely one of my favorite teammates of all time, Kevin, and one of the most delightful people that you ever could be around. I just think about the practices and the plane rides and him just joking around, and then something happens. He gets on the floor, he gets into the fourth quarter, it's time to win, and it's basically Manu Ginobili time. So I'm thrilled that he's in the Hall of Fame, and he deserves every bit of it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Pascal Siakam.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Here's Siakam, buried from 15 feet out.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Toronto calls timeout. They lead by 43. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And a surprising timeout here with the game in the bag.
Sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
These fans have been stunned by his performance. Of all the players they thought might do the most damage against him tonight, his name was not high on that list. Right wing, here's Magruder. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.